here I am, telling the truth I need to for myself, on my own terms, on my own accord and volition. Alright. Nice. But which phone? Gay and fake too. Alrighty, bro. So, what's this time? Okay. So, here's the truth, dude. Slowly, but surely, hopefully I get all of it again. That's the real truth. I need some weed though, dude. Nintendo Wii, which will soon be a discontinued console, is what I was referring to. I require a Wii console. For sure. For sure, they will. I need a new neck. Need that shit replaced for real expeditiously. I might need a lung transplant. Unironically. At this junction, I just saw my jeans that are like, ooh, that's not looking so good. Yeah, well, whoa. That was the most low frequency womp womp of all time. Who is this bitch? Whatever, dude. Alright. This was absolutely obsessive. You could say. Alright, I'm not modest, showing too much, doing excessive amounts of much, dude. Overall. I was born with it. It's not even necessarily randomly. It might lead to a reduced score. In certain IQ tests, as Russell Barkley or whatever demonstrated by like 1.7 points. Dude. Nice. So, you've really demonstrated a cognitive impairment rather than a substantial anything difference between actual intelligence, which can't be really summarized as your score. You should have represented it. If I'm speaking out of turn, represented it as a true 0.99 G loading representation of their G associated with any, I don't know, what can a smart person do that's of any quality or qualitative difference in substantial than their non-intelligent counterparts? Like, what can they do exactly? And show me the proof of that varying. I want to know what correlates to intelligence, not just the G factor score according to some academic problem-solving average factor that we can't identify. We don't know where that's in the brain. We don't know what's firing. We don't know what needs to be strengthened. We don't know what causes it to fluctuate out of a hard stuck practice effect on a Mensa Norway pattern recognition test, which I was scoring lower than my West because the fucking test is deflated. It's Mensa Norway. So, dude, I was at 112 after grinding up from maybe a minimum of like 95, bro. Because it wasn't 90. 90 was like mine. I don't get what this is. I'm seeing the true or like original screening test as opposed to whatever else. So no. Basically, 112 to 127 after 7 a failed hard stuck maxed out practice effects with screenshots doesn't happen, dude. Unless you're treating depression and ADHD in tandem with Vyvanse and esketamine on the same day, known to actually very effectively relieve symptoms of each of these, very effectively proven to functionally decrease IQ conditions. That's the kind of conditions they are. They're the functionally decreased IQ conditions, dude. So stupid. Alright, but motivation could also play a factor in these things. Stress, poverty, anxiety, depression itself, almost as a mental state, more so than like a biological or neurological state condition warfare that ketamine was clearly freeing me from in the minds at that time. I know qualitatively too because I started to imagine ways that one could create a DRA drug for the sheer sake of dopamine release. Essentially, somewhat disentangling it from the effects of ADHD medications, which are designed to elicit a very specific prefrontal cortex dopamine task positive network switch response that kind of blunts emotion and kind of makes you just like a work dog to whatever your goals are, if they're rote or if they are fine detailed, technical, attentive. They're not like very good for studying, exploring concepts, topics, information. I'd say it might decrease your creativity, it might decrease your emotion, it might decrease your correct perception, I guess, in a certain way. Not for the work, but you're not supposed to be locked in work mode. The hyperfocus is a very strongly reported thing I've found, even as a very, very poor responder. Or rather, negative responder. Maybe it's because it's working too well on retaining the tonic dopamine release that had been shunted out by the phasic. I seem to have issues like releasing in the first place, but something has changed. Something has objectively, qualifiably changed recently. Anyway, I noticed as a negative side effect haver on phenidate-based medications, at least Concerta, even as low as 18 and 36 had me psychotic ready to kill. And I wasn't. I was just gelling otherwise. I was even on oxytocin as an experiment at the time. It makes me feel smarter. It makes me feel locked in, makes me feel more engaged in things, makes me want to study, makes me feel really driven, you know, and Wellbutrin seemed to have some good effects in that way, even though it was an absolutely psychotic inducing medication in the lung to even just medium term. Basically, I just wanted to see what I could get just to get the dopamine release, and in a non-toxic way, and I was designing new Alexander Shulgin drugs, and none of it ever cured my LLI, that's for sure. Low latent inhibition. God knows where that comes from. That'd be good to study. But, to stand... Well, I need to add a little bit of this, but... I'm gonna die, dude. I don't know. That's just the thing. I've uploaded a series of shorts in the recent lives of anything else that I got in my trauma-ridden brain as of late. On the Legal Name YouTube channel, it's private and stuff. Maybe someone will leak it later. Ooh, I don't give two shit. Everything else seems completely justifiable. You believe me? Justifiable. Damn. See, I'm more upset that I couldn't find the enhancatory B vitamin to perpetuate all dopaminergic activity in my brain globally, including from nicotine, caffeine, if I was having any, THC, and dextroamphetamine. As per, I barely noticed an effect of the medication without it. It was just making me wonder certain things. I wish I could study. I might need to get on methylphenidate, even though I hate it. I've helped my shit together in situations I never imagined I'd be able to So a little bit of Astaris or something, or my Deus, but my Deus is Adderall, dude. And here's the thing. I lasted longer in this script than I did with my other ones because I made a genuine commitment. I changed. I became strongly like renewed in like a warrior sense after having a literal prophetic fucking dream that I recorded and documented. And someone may try to believe me because I have an op. I don't know who it is. It's driving me a little nuts, but who cares? I'll just go boom on world and then op will die, but world will die too, so that'd be a little sad. Not smoke like that. That's crazy. Not really. Maybe not literally. Notionally? Perchance. Different transgressions I could allow myself into wrath are reserved for different tiers of people. Scum, down to leeches, but I haven't used them yet. That's honest truth. So far, so hopefully it's all just like an illusion, you know, of my own mind's suffering right now. But it's hard to say that my own mind's suffering was my fault and imposed on it by me, or that I did it all. I mean, sure, but like it would be like a self-preserving, trying to look out for yourself when bad things are going on for you in your eyes or your opinion or your world. You'd be trying to help yourself if your perception is distress, which explains a large variety of drug use. What I've realized about drug use. God dang, dude, the cannabis is very much luring and tempting me back to it more than the Excedrin, which even though I've admittedly, literally, straight up taken wrong, to the point where it's almost useless to me now, but it's actually offered me much great clarification. For one, I can see the absolute rage and manic fury, which would be the dissociative identity state of minds, given name or whatever the fuck. Which I wish wasn't true because it sounds so cringe, but it's objectively noticeable once again, 10 years later after the first time ever, that I can recall anyway, that I would have noticed or noted it. Noted is just a slow, lazy way of saying, no, noticed is a slow way of saying noted. Noted is a lazy way of saying noticed. That was a stupid way of having to overly OCD explain those. I'm in pain. The ADHD medication is not taking away my pain, so it's kind of fucking useless to me right now, dude. What am I gonna do with a focus locked in mind? There are other problems. I kind of jumped ahead there knowingly and willingly. I don't know why. The willingly part. Knowingly, you're like, I get a bigger plan, right? Nope. No plan. Oh, brother. Is it impulse on your will or not? I wonder about that. Anyway. Cannabis. It's kind of fun, dude. Look at my eyes. They were not like this on the stimulant. It's the weed. It's the weed with the B vitamin, which gives the dopamine kick. Like everything. I don't know if it's the B vitamin or like what, or if it's me, if something's changed in me that's promoting and provoking all of this overall response. I know. What do I know? I don't know. I need to have a pen, that's for sure. My brain is a chemical sponge and has to relate and affect the really a bit of looking at this world. I think basically something just like an emotional point that I'm not quite in anymore now. But I could just rewatch these videos and probably be right back there. Oh, dude, fuck. I'm kind of getting today and roughly 20 days ago, I was just equally angry. I was like, I've never been this angry in my life. And I don't know where that's coming from at all, because it's definitely not situational, like I thought it was at first, and it wasn't drug related, like I thought maybe it was the second. I was like, no way, this is the exact same feeling. The first was like, whoa. I could never be this angry outside of this situation. This is way too particular. Oh, wait. Oops, 2 weeks later. 20 days is not 2 weeks, but solid effort. Fuck you wall. Fuck that wall, dude. Wait, what? Okay, so there's joy in my soul, which is not what I wanted when I made this, but, dude, it's still true. You know what I realized? Little backstory. I tore through the worst fucking year of my life in the worst 4 days, and now this is like the worst day again. I tore through the supply, but not like I usually would. I still have some left. I don't want to take the rest of them really at all, except impulsively, like one right now, but there's not the count I thought there was in there, so never mind and completely disregard that. And hopefully that didn't fucking already happen, because genuinely, when I first medicated my own, I was frazzled with stress and overwhelm. I don't even know. And then I stayed up 3 days twice. So, like, my brain already wasn't working, and I had some sub-Biden functioning moments at points. Legitimately. Like, him at his worst, when people were flaming him, like, legitimately, I was gone. I was just, like, not there. I made coffee 3 times. Once without the coffee in the filter, once without the water in the coffee maker. The third time I didn't even make it. I do that like every day for like going on months on years, you know. That was strange as shit, to tell you the truth, which is what this is supposed to be. Someone's harassing me. His name is Tyler fucking Tyler C of Rhode Island. And to the best of my understanding right now, unless I am in an acute psychotic state from the stress, which it says on my neuropsychological report, which was formed before I'd ever ingested an amphetamine. The reason I say that specifically is because cannabis and amphetamine together love to make you fucking lose it. In a general statistical sense, proven. Cannabis more so, mushrooms more so. And then, strangely, Jordan Peterson says that he thinks that amphetamines put you in a psychotic state. I kind of get what he means, but only if you're like talking about a generalized sleep deprivational state and you're prone to those. Like Benadryl could throw you in right as quick, and that'd be way more accurate, I feel. But you know, there are different reports back, and this is one I have to make on the medication overall before I lay down and maybe die. I don't know, dude. So I gotta confess that part of my soul out too. So it's peace, it's for my peace, and to tell the truth. Just for the sake of saying it, because like, why not now? On so many levels. And that's why that reminds me. Okay. So, he said that he also says some stuff, dude, sometimes. He just says some stuff, alright? A lot of his stuff is very accurate, though, however, but some of his stuff is just stuff from stuff. Like the sexually aroused cat outside your door, and the ADHD isn't real, and borderline people, like he kind of didn't have borderline personality figure out, and you know, shrooms don't really. I mean, my buddies fucked with me and tried to give me a psychosis, and with the power of an antipsychotic and a goth girl crush of mine, I was able to fucking subvert their evil ploys, dude. Can't get me with that one. I'm too schizo for this. I got her. I was like, I need her. I need to summon her. So I did a ritual ahead of time, which I guess makes you schizo. I don't know. Whatever the fuck people say is schizo. But whatever is actually schizo continuum disorder, I guess I'd be in the schizotypal, if anything. Which is like it's not a big deal. They're just a chill guy. This is during the chill guy era meme, or meme era, by the way. So it's not gonna age well. Because it's already not. I thought it would, dude. Like Mr. Incredible Uncanny. Oh, we live in a weird world that is actually driving people definitely mad. I can see it. Because some people's heads are nowhere as straight as mine, even though I'm literally going crazy at this very moment. Basically, I was talking about I couldn't eat. Yeah, this is important. I couldn't eat in the span of the time from October 27th, no meth date, so 0 meth ingestion. Post that date, none. Even it looks like it. Look at that. Like a split lip. Look at that neck, dude. Bro, cooked. Like, absolutely. Cancer, AIDS, meth, one of those. Nah, not even anorexia, dude. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm just nauseous, or like something's wrong with me, or something's damaged. There's definitely profound multi-layered patchworks of my brain networks that are overlaying, and very, very, very. Ooh, yeah, no. It's just no one is like me, and no one's ever going to be able to help or save me ever again at all. And basically, coming to terms with that made me realize a couple. Well, maybe you thought this way in the past and that's why you're fucked now. So, like, if you just didn't fuck yourself this time, even if your last thought process was, oh, I might as well, I won't be here for long, that's how you get to be here. Not at all. Like, not about, there is no not here for long. You're either here or you're not, dude. So, wake up and grow up and, like, either accept, one or the other, pass away, or, like, even without putting a legacy out. That was sort of the epiphany. Like, I don't have. Let me roll this back again. I wasn't able to eat in the month between methamphetamine with whatever fucking bullshit little spicy Auntie's ingredient variety to pure dexedrine extended release. So I had made a resolution myself, and Christianity was making me feel more devoutly resolute in my own like soul, spirit, morality. It may have been like a God-given one or anything. Just the edits, the audios get really fucking hard. Like they're insanely powerful and they have some spiritual energy to them. If anything does, they sure do. And I had the prophetic dream, and told me a bunch of different weird stuff. Again, documented on another channel or wherever I'm gonna link it to, or just what have you. Who gives a shit anymore? What? My perception of time is off. My understanding of the world and the strict scope of trauma and consciousness have all changed. What's possible, what I'm really in, how much I can block out the world of myself, how much I can like be in and out about the truth of my own, even own psyche and existence. In fact, I forgot I legit act as like fury instead sometimes, because like just because someone gets angry, I'm not experiencing the emotion anger. I'm mislabeling it fury, bro. You don't experience entire affective and philosophical and like limits to what you'll say and think and want to do. Character traits just from getting a little angry. Knowing people with mania or an explosive disorder, those are different things. It's qualitative and substantial and noticeable. It's upsetting. So yeah, I guess I can't eat. By the time I was prescribed the medication, I was already 148 and 5'11-ish almost. 5'10 because I'm fucking damaged in the spinal regional. Because of some bullshit. As old bullshit fuck happened to me. And as soon as I started to want to restore things to my old like deserved life, that's sort of when I started to probably form the concepts that came to me in 2020 as though from God, Terrence McKenna, Jordan Peterson, Chris Langan, and my own thoughts, all swirling together into some super dimensional singularity mastermind, like a transcendental object thingy, global operator descriptor, all this stuff. And yeah, it's clear that most likely things will work out that way. But I guess it's good that I can't live stream this on my jeez name. I mean, I put that out there because I don't care if someone can come and like try and harm me. I don't like you're gonna waste your time coming after someone who's already 95% convinced they're gonna die, and that's most of the problem in their life. So it psychologically stems back to some weird point in the timeline where things branched that started to seem rationally a possibility that was actually getting actualized in reality. So like it was being made to be something by actions and just sort of the baseline innate Platonic appearance of things, as it were. If you looked at them as they were, not as you wanted them to be. Damn, that make me feel a thing for a second. I'm so hungry, I can't even. I guess I have chips. Not really my ideal, but I got this nausea, this hunger, this like. Oh yeah, my stomach kind of shrunk for the last few months for reasons I don't want to get into. They've already been like addressed and made up for as best as possible, but dude, like 1,200 things, dozens, that many dozens of things, 1,000 dozens? No, 100. Gotta be, yeah. Swirled into my demise. Should I meet it? And I've messed up. So basically, I can't eat no matter fucking what. I don't know why. It's kind of always been a little bit of my life. There's an antidepressant that helps me and my grandfather both eat and sleep. And I guess I'm probably fucking depressed because it's overpowering the slightest urge I have to give in to the dopamine train hyperfocus. Specific, yeah. Oh god, my ears just like fucking farted from within, so I'm probably gonna have a stroke in a sec, so that's cool. But the hyperfocus response, it's almost like a compulsive redosing, but it's more like I want to stay locked in the dopamine frame of mind that my brain has entrained itself to over the last course of multiple hours, because it's extended release. If you get locked in on one task, which I did twice, you're gonna want to continue it. But like the depression is beating that, dude, and that's like, to me, yeah, I think that's stronger. Or at least that's the driving factor. Let me dissociate that and not say that before the psychological factor. That comes before, actually, instead, if that makes sense. As first in line, priority, main reason. But and it's multifactorial as well. So it's multifactorial, something along those lines. What are you still doing? Ah. What is the reason? So there's the hyper-focus dopamine track. There's the generalized dopamine drug track, which I think I ended the last final short on. A generalized dopamine track can happen probably the most for me with weed or alcohol, I would say. But that one makes you feel bad, so never really was a consistent thing with a stimulant for me. That would make me feel physically bad. Meth would obviously have been a different fucking monster. Burn your nose out if it's just out of your nose. But there's very minimal. I'd say it's about, if you can enjoy what you're doing drunk or stoned, and you didn't have a damaged dopamine system, I didn't want to mention that this early, but like, I do have that, like, real bad. Really uniquely is one of a kind case too. Beyond what individuality would assume. Maybe I'm having allergies right now. Weird. Weird, dude. Very unusual. Oh. What you do about it? I blame Tyler. Yeah, who gives a shit about him? Hey, these people broke me, dude. You'll see it in the YouTube shorts. They're private in those, so it's very particularized. So is this. Basically, if you could enjoy an activity that you were doing on kratom, nicotine, caffeine, especially is a little similar for me personally, I guess, THC, or alcohol, especially like THC when you're like a baby, like dopamine stoner, like you've never had anything. It's like, whoa, everything can still feel naturally just overwhelmingly amazing. I'd say that not cocaine though, by the way. Not that. That's like weird. It's strange. It's very unusual. Hello? What the fuck? That was a real noise, by the way, for sure, but weird. Very weird. Schizo boasting at me. There wasn't even a union singer in the scene, so it wasn't like even deep. That wasn't unnecessary. I didn't need to say that. That like didn't even reflect me, and I was like, I didn't contribute nothing to any of this. Oh, I'll go for it. Anyway, yeah, I exhibit overhydrating behaviors. On and off weed. On and off the ADHD meds. I don't know if it's one of the other ones. Could be. Could be a problem with me. I don't know. I'm also used to try to really swallow. I'm having trouble swallowing. Neurologically, I think I'm done for. Yeah, no, cannabis makes me crazy. Something I've noticed is never happened before. Amphetamines are making me a little sharp. I don't want to be like sharp with people or with things. Like I just want it to be the way it was before, but something has changed tangibly. I'll get into that in a second for myself, mainly. Basically, never been able to sleep well. I mean, it can definitely be exacerbated. I was trying to go out of my way. I was pretty stressed, I would say. Not anywhere near as stressed as last week. But, in August, some shit happened with my friend. And no one's listening or whatever. Feels like he is when I say, it's just weird. I stayed for 48 hours, slept 16 hours, stayed for 48 hours. I was trying to devious Walter Jr. behavior. I say devious Walter Jr. because I just imagine him being an absolute goon with like Jesse and whoever else. Fuck all those people, but like fuck them no less than like a good majority of normal, just regular human beings, dude. Straight up. You know, ones have mental problems, so I would like normally be like, oh, you're cool, or I can relate to you. No, like screw them, screw everybody. I said it necessarily have to do operation rationally, but fuck that. I need to know whether I dropped this or not. Or earlier. It was like a long time ago. Because I felt like I had taken the B vitamin thing, but I also felt like I should. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust my memory. I did. As soon as I got the things that weren't working with like my mom managing it, I managed it still longer. And blatantly fucking up. And so 4 things. God, I cannot stand track. God, Jesus, this is bad. Like just act like it, not like it's just severe. I cannot believe it. I don't know. There's dopamine hyperfocus. There's dopamine train. There's, and I needed to rank this. If you were going to recreationally ingest Adderall and you had less severe Adderall or Dexedrine or anything like that, dextroamphetamine really, and you had less severe ADHD or you didn't have ADHD, I don't know about none, but even with, if you take a sufficient dose and video game and you haven't done it in a while and you're feeling good too in general, that's the problem right now. I'm not feeling good at all, and that's why I said I wasn't able to with it or without presence of any medication. Mentally, the medication's still correcting me. Even in face unbelievable circumstances like being awake 3 days and then 3 days in the same week instead, out of stress, out of I wasn't actively going out of my way trying to do it that time. It was I had to clean my room until it was safe to sleep in and not a gross place to be found dead. Oh, that's really something. Yeah, and it's all negative feedback loop from 25 months prior to this, which is, yeah, generally avoid pretty girls feeling offended that you don't worship the ground they walked on. And never make that face. Be ugly. Be ugly so they don't care at all. I'm just like enough to where it's like, ugh, like, why doesn't he like me? Fuck you. And so I got fuck you, dad. And that happened twice, completely ruined everything. One was like a permanent, neurologically, like self-altering, self-image, like, oh, like everything. Life path altering encounter with the freaking, the one of them all. I wasn't even looking to self-medicate. I was just like, yeah, I'll die doing this with like a cute hot Russian girl. She wasn't really cute, honestly. Fucking scary ass motherfucker. And hello. Oh yeah, then just fuck that individual. Because 3 superiors told her not to, and she said no. Anyway, date might be beneficial because I'm having a strange altered response, and I'd also like to feel more human. I'm more like I'm doing things, although there's a caveat to that relating to driving. So, I explained the 4 things. There's a recreational effect, which I would, for me personally, I would experience. I might as well have a beer, a joint, or like something else like that. Like literally a cigarette might be better, and that's not gonna fly with my lungs. Those are misery hellions right now, and they're like in me, so that's adding to the fun, of course. Not good. Yo, ayo, wait, pause, no. Was that a no? An immediate no to the pause? That's how I interpreted that. Clearly I'm having ADHD spiraled out of control by sleep deprivation at this very moment and agitation with a particular course of action chosen by a certain individual I've mentioned already. Nowhere the space. I don't remember exactly where I was going with the 4 different avenues of Dexedrine experience, but that. Oh yeah, no. Even though there were genuinely a few times where I was like, all right, this is kind of functioning as my beer right now, but I had nicotine and weed, so like I really didn't. It was like maybe 1 or 2 of them. I was like not locking in or just trying to make locking in more enjoyable. So I mean, it makes locking in more enjoyable, but I lost that effect, and that's fucking making me really angry because it was the only thing that allowed for anhedonia to go away. It also treated treatment-resistant depression. It didn't turn me into a robot. Now it feels like it's turning me into a robot. Is it because I have a prefrontal cortex that's like almost finished developing? Because if so, I will ship it back in. I want to feel like fascinated by stuff again. The whole point of it, though, is that it is supposed to help you with your prefrontal cortex. That's what a lot of ADHD meds do, and I was thinking about that last night. Like with my permanent long-term changing non-stimulant meds. Like they're rewiring my brain and like who I am fundamentally as a person, dude. And I'm like, these meds are hitting me differently now too. I really don't want any of this too, but like it's all if you're in relation to any chemical for long enough, you will go through strange cycles with it. You know, it will always be unique. You know, to every single thing. It's like there's gonna be issues you didn't foresee. Like I don't know if I really want to be like permanently wired to not be ADHD. I want to also think that I also want to be like on stimulants my whole life, or like even be alive my whole life. I want to life as a verb my whole life per se. Because like there's pain, and that was a big thing that I skipped over. Who cares if I'm in so much pain, and even if I'm taking every physical accommodation that I can for it? Well, besides the sleeping and not eating thing are just completely ruining everything. And I might be like really sick, and I might be really damaged too, like in the head, because I'm hearing squishing, and it's cracking more my jaw in like base of my skull neck, and my lungs, and yeah, I might be done. Like it's really feeling like yeah, feel free trial body, it's sort of over like you gotta get some expensive ass mods quick to literally make it survive, not irreversibly changed. I mean, then again, so good bionics, good parallels you. Basically, I'm not sure if I want to be on non-stimulants that are gonna completely rewire me to not be ADHD, because I noticed a difference in how the meds hit me. Partly, I'm assuming because of that, but also partly because there's different aspects to it. One is more, damn, this is cold. I should describe this. Yeah, at this point now, the meds are hitting me differently, where I can feel that my dopamine system is fucked up, and it's fucked up from Benzodrex. It's fucked up from meth and cocaine and bromantane and Alcar, and I don't know what kind of permanent changes bromantane might have fucking made to my thing, but I'm gonna get Sir Saddleot's legal ass, dude, if he was out here recommending bromantane for its permanent effects, and it completely always changed how I'm affected by the stimulant now, because, dude, like, I've used it since then. Something's weird. Something's very weird. Maybe it was the bromantane with the meth and the permanent damage changes that those could cause. Because I would consider bromantane, if it's not an absolutely universal change in it, it can negatively impact something like how a medication for a therapeutic indicated purpose, even though, another thing, my case is too complicated to manage as just ADHD anymore. It can't be done that way. And I mean the ADHD. I'm saying it's fractionated too far into too many separate contributing lending disorders. So that's part of the problem. That's why I'm not going to finish my supply, I don't think. I mean, nothing happened at any point where I went substantially less or more than like a half hour. Less or more than 6 hours between each dose. If it was for fun, I would have been like railing them somehow, but like I would have been like grinding them extra hard because they're hard. No. It was never my intent, and I got carried away, I think, with the dopamine feedback loop of the delulu-ness of what I was doing, which I didn't realize was, it hit me again like it did in July. Oh, but it like really hit me this time because of the emotional sweltering of the entire everything. This project is too big, dude. Unlike a lot of stuff. And that's why I'm bitter, and I will literally sue the makers of bromantane, because you can't just sell a permanent life-altering thing like that. If you know, that's what it's marketed for partially. It's the recommender versus the seller, but it's both in their own ways. I'd be want to hold responsible for that shit. It could have been the Alcar. It could be just fucking up my dopamine system, which I know I would have, like by far. What I've done in the past was basically take the entire script in 7 days and try to work on this project urgently, or some other sort of like, you only have a week to get yourself together and you're like not sleeping as much as you should be. Not as much as this time though. Somehow I slept way less and went way further. It felt like I took tons of doses, but because I was mindful and like not having any fun and realizing truly like I don't think I can really feel again. Also, this is a terrible thing. Too much of a recreational effect of pleasure, like for fun, anything anymore. Like the apathy in anhedonia, I think my first touch of anhedonia was in slight part among many other over culprits is like really bad. Been caused by Vyvanse and like exposure to high levels of dexedrine and dexedrine redosing. And to be honest, I guess the closest it was to recreational was probably March, but I don't even know if those are normal dexedrine. I got them from like some guy. And maybe it was just because I was like, whoa, I can like do intellectual tasks freely, and I had my full brain, so maybe it felt more fun. And part of me is tempted to sleep more than anything, I think, right now, dude. But like, Since I don't have enough for shit, and I'll explain the issue that was going to come up anyway, for regardless, for like actually therapeutically treating my lifestyle and health and everything else. That's I need to touch on that and the psychological reasons for why I realized all this was bullshit. And I need to just say what was true about these things, so that way it wouldn't be like obfuscated. Yes, there had been some recreational. I would say maybe Vyvanse is a little more, which is weird. I might just be a good Dexedrine responder, but I think methylphenidate, to conclude on this subject completely, is I think I might need it for sort of my life. If my Deus or a Dexedrine booster, which is out of whack, as both of those two are out of whack, so I might go with Astaris if I can. Or Concerta, depends on if it's long or if it's Concerta that causes me to have the bad reaction. If it's Concerta, then no. Asteris will be worse than Concerta if the inverse. Considering not Wellbutrin, fuck Wellbutrin, Loki right now. Modafinil. I'd say my meds have been, I need to list each way when I remember that they've been affected. They're hitting me harder cardiovascularly, but I'm also like unhealthy as fucking, like I shouldn't be. And I should not have had this many neglected medical states for this long, and I should have been more assertive for years, dude. But anyway, ow. I'd say my meds don't hit me any harder than Wellbutrin did about a year ago. And that's drastic. And I don't even know if there's like any pleasure doing it anymore. I also have to take the B9 vitamin. I'm not clear on what is what. There's all kinds of dopamine optimization issues that are like I don't think I have fast or slow COMT. I have halfways MTHFR. I don't know what all my other dopamine things are doing. I've had some serious insults to it. I've had some serious like long-term epigenetic changing inductions. Part of it fried generation. Part of like fried brain ass, like probably one of the most screen fried people in like my country, dude. No shit. Like to an extent, not like Subway Surfer style. It's a different way. It's like I'm more dependent on this than any drug that I can voluntarily sort of stop without drastically impacting my lifestyle with my negative state of mental health and physical health and like medical issue all together. Where just like there's no separation or compartmentalization between these, all collapse in. It's like I'm in the middle and it's all sharp in there. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Honestly, I think this is probably my last final time, which makes me want to full send. I'm not gonna lie, it does. Like all that alone, solely only that thing, goes like you're gonna die in your sleep, dude. So like, you should try, which I never have. You should try like 2 or 3 pills to see if you could get high on it, and you just never knew. Or if that was like no. Here's the other thing. It's like it's making me sick, and it never did this. So there's something wrong with me, like straight up. Like I can't afford. It's not treating the pain. I kind of don't give a shit. Why would I want my body? Like even when I'm making every combination for my body, and my mind should be able to be free to just act. Like it's not okay. My mind is noticeably feeling hollowed out by the state of my body, and I think the heightened effect I'm having on my meds vascularly, or just I've taken so much damage to like basically the HP stat at this point, and been near death 25 times with it because I think in the early stages it was like, oh, this is like kind of fun, and then maybe I burned out my dopamine receptors, or maybe it never really was. I don't know. I know there was one particular thing I can't mention right now that was Vyvanse like related in like February to May. That was like legit problematic, dude. Like I've taken MDMA. MDMA is good, but like, and I wasn't like plugging Vyvanse, so that wasn't happening for the record. It was not the agreement. I didn't even like think. I've never even seen anyone say you can do that. I think it's impossible. Ow, my fucking face. Yeah, I'm feeling it in my. I could totally have a stroke for sure. So I don't know. I vaped way past where the point I could, and my lungs are fucked. if I had a stroke, dude, at least it's in my brain. It'll like disable me to the nature of my condition, sort of, if I'm lucky. Because like getting paralyzed, I don't know, that would suck. And having like slow lung decline or a lung collapse, and then the lung collapse leads to paralysis because it's all tangled up in there in this weird way. And I do have Ehlers-Danlos at that point, bro. No, I just take both my carotid arteries. Just, actually, I would do it because that's still that's my personal thing. Like that's how I was gonna do it. That's how I would like to go. It's like my thing to do, and like I still gotta do it. Like that's how I gotta die. That's how I die. Because I was gonna be like here, end it. So, in that example, like 8 years ago, dude. So that's my chosen way, I guess. If I got the death sentence, I would ask for that type of thing, or like an enemy execution. I'd be like, yo, may I do it like this way, with this particular, very particularized tool item in particular, if you know. Look, it's just cool. This is just cool looking. This will be on the archive, or at least this channel, but so it's not gonna get it banned, but this is cool. Very cool looking thing. I like cool looking things. They don't ever like fuck up and stop looking cool. Like every single person seems to be switching them up on me, like they leave in me. So I got to the point where I was like, oh, look, we're cooked, we're doomed. Here's why I always took the meds that way every time. Here's why I've been taking it this way. Here's what I've been doing all day and not fucking sleeping. This is why, dude. Ever since that woman said, nah, I take your fate into my hands, and then got absolutely weaved around, leaving her ankles in Kit Kat form. That's not gonna be funny when Jujutsu Kaisen is not popular anymore. Just basically now. I just felt my lung like spasm for that one. That's great. I don't think there's anything I do. Maybe I do need an inhaler at this moment, though. Yeah, my heart's beat the fuck up. Everything's fucked. I got COVID. Yeah, when I really shouldn't have. When I took all these meds, when I didn't need to. I went out of my way to like accidentally cause damage to my own body when I didn't need to. Or I was trying to for whatever stupid reason. Like this year was like, oh, my brain was the one that fucked things up with not only the girl who everyone like close enough to me will know to know, and she's close enough that no one else who doesn't know who she was like doesn't need to know, type of thing. But she named her daughter after her dad, though. It's fucking tragic. Book ending, series ending line right there, dude. Wait, that's a bad ending. That's the one where he doesn't even continue. It's just like, oh, she had a child, and that's the ending line. Damn, that's kind of messed up. If you just stop the story there on the like the readers, it's like too cool. I just want to be a creative like weirdo, who's like not clear if he's okay or not anymore. I just want to be more creative than I am. I mean, I'm obviously fucking severely neurotic to all people. It's noticeable. It can't be mistaken as weakness because it's not paired with agreeableness. It's defensive predatory aggression. It's traumatized, intelligent hunter aggression, dude. So that's probably good for getting the girls, and literally it has been. I don't want to be liked for being manic, dude. No. If possible. Actually, it's like low-key not true, but it's also true. It's also true. Like, not alright. Chill overall, and maybe like expect better from me. Anyway, that other girl, I'm just gonna say she'll never freaking see this, but I've never actually just like said it, fully acknowledging that she could possibly see it. And goddamn, I better have never said it to her while I was stoned and like psychotic or something, because that would explain why. Well, it wouldn't explain why she answers me. Like it literally wouldn't. So it probably didn't happen ever. But like at points and in mentally hurt and like not healthy, normal, but like not mentally damaged, like, oh, mental illness like ways. Like, nah, it's never been. like that I could ever recall with her. Like a girl, I was somewhere between like, dang, she's literally a manic pixie dream girl, and like I also like Loki, sort of just like love her, and I'm also just like in love with like how she is. Like it's like, dang, you're exactly perfect, and also like really like just hot, and then also like, aw, like you. How do I put it, bro? If there are people out there who are like CPO, whatever, sexual, romantic, whatever that. I could see romantic maybe being a little easier, honestly. I mean, not both. I don't know. Confusion. That's what I got up on me. If you're demi-romantic, I know you're just romantic though. Like that's how that works. Demisexual is specifically like, no, I need you to love me, Loki. Before all of that, there. Um, and then Umbra is like, I have like 5 girls who was like, dang, those are the only 5 options of wife I would ever need, which sounds bad or fucked, but it's not. It's like any woman in the world could be my wife in theory, except the ones that couldn't, which is like a 4 criteria category. I forgot right now, but it's low key kind of funny. Because it's such a low. It's such a just like brash. You just like you're knocking off chunks of wood off the side in a way of speaking. What? What? I mean, that could make sense and land, and also totally not. I can see that in both ways. All right now, hello, fucking spine. Hate having those. Love having that. My bad. Please stay here. Oh, I'm so grateful for your eternal presence in my very neck and soul and connection to my physical vessel. Please never betray me, dude. Goddamn, it hurt right when I said that. That's sad. Very unfortunate. So I'm just coked and I just don't give a shit. Basically, hopefully I can finish all my sentences. I'm getting close. They're getting somewhere right now. No. So like, out of the 4 billion, like these 5 were so great that it could be only them that I ever have to worry or wonder or think about, and like ever see even other than like the waitresses of, like at the self checkout or whatever happens in the real world. Okay, that's actually just kind of funny, just that it was just me and it just came off my head like that. Like it's literally just purely like hee ha ha. Where like I know like I wasn't fake laughing. I wasn't like laughing at my own joke lamely. It's like literally just like legit in the spirit of truth still. But if my spine being shattered, this is gonna be one of those. Then nope. Opting out of reality using that, because dang, that's really crazy that it would do that to me. After all this, and only at this time, of course, too. When it would have been fine. So basically, where am I at? Umbra sexual is those 5 rows. So I can't ever demonstrate them, but they're basically emo. It's like if there's kind of scary looking, maybe a little evil, but like not to you, then that's all good. So if you're Sapio Demi Umbra and she's like perfect, then yeah, you'd have to say like I was all of those things, from crush to head rush to butterfly and chest to rush to all these other shit, every variety of shit with like a little someone named Julie, and that's that's the only time I ever say. Yeah, I would only ever say that I love Jubilee ever in a chat that no one will ever say, because it's crazy to think that. It's crazy to think I'll never, for either of us, get any hands laid on that guy that I did that dance song that I get it with my bare hands. Anime moment. No, dude. Tyler might be gone. Yeah, the radio always lives. It's always a possibility. Always certain that guy may have been some sort of trouble beyond his making. Beyond his Well, not so far. Not beyond his taking. Man, I've reached that point. I've reached that encounter with life. I can't even sing on my final magnum opus. Because no one cares. It's their fault. I already bitched about this super hard on Chickpea. I'm going to call it Chickpea because those are my initials out of strategic need. I just don't care anymore. I don't need the 3 stimulants in the bottle. And here was the problem. When I DoorDash, I only need my stimulants now for DoorDashing. Because I gotta forsake the project. I don't have enough of them. Maybe when I'm on my days, but I'm gonna fucking die before I do the project. So here's why the project was being done. Here's why I was taking stimulants excessively. Or insisted, rather. No, very specifically. In a little bit what I just said, but like 85% this. The following. I would self-medicate with whatever I had available, even this year with stuff. It's why I was willing to, with the best revenge I could take at the time, give absolutely hearted fakeness to some pejorative fucking of many varieties. He deserves many. The opportunity for some shit that he is below. Sorry, I had to make that with joke myself to make myself feel okay inside. But basically, man, I would like to pass on the same hatred. No, it was this. God damn, brother. The only thing that could have matched that hatred would have been a very, very long homie's side. His, personally. Other than the, fuck you, it's fake. Completely, through and through. Yeah, but his behavior and conniving lifestyle and daring to disrespect me was slapping me in the face like, I already smacked someone down. Oh, wait, that's funny. In the name of the Lord, I cut them down. That's what I did to Maxwell, dude. Maxwell Conewell. But not you don't slam me. You don't do anything I don't like to me. Oh, break you. Oh. Ooh, just that alone. Just very little heart left in me compared to what I would have or should have at this point. Because what I'm being forced to accept is no one will notice or ever see your true plan. No one will care. You can't write it all down in time. It's 500 hours. You cannot compile all your best ideas and put out a brilliant, as it really is if you hear it. Because there's hope in it. That change up is crazy. I just saw everything in my face that I wrote. If I could just tell them, I could just tell each person and convince them to truly the way and the truth and get to their heart that this is the way out scientifically, religiously, logically. So that's even higher than science because sometimes people say science like it's a religion. It's shut the stop completely all your actions, my friend. Okay, you're in some nonsensical instinct lane where you're having a religious reflex to the thing that's supposed to be in opposition to that. It's like a paradox, light paradox. Anyway, my point is, to the point, I was willing to endure such mental torture as that at the risk of even questioning in my own mind was wait, was that a choice or was that a manipulation? Was that what could I have not done that? But no, because bro gambled all the money, so there wasn't any fucking way anything other than him was going to be equipped at that point. So don't gamble my money away either for any reason or just generally disrespect me. I used to think that was a petty boy, oh, I'm in a gang and I'm a cholo shit. No, I'll break you. For real. I'll hunt you with dogs, baby. Was what I was thinking with someone. I forget why though. Maybe it was a theoretical like story, like a narrative plotline, honestly, because I don't remember that actually being like called for or warranted in any way. Weed is ruining my stimulants. Not gonna lie, because it's also ruining my lungs. And the thing I want gone is the pain and the fact that I might die. The reason that I crank out the most productive week of the month in like just like in the global rankings every time I get my meds was solely I won't be here next month. I better get this out there so people are okay. So I don't perish forever, which is a really cowardly, selfish way to do it, but I'm not really. I'm just working myself in with all this. I put a lot of time and effort in that I could have otherwise spent enjoying my non-dying life, trying to help them. So, it is only fair. But mostly out of the deepest panic, which I never said. This is why I would go through such shit as October 9th, 2024, after February 26th, 2024, after 2024 period in no relation to any particular person. ADHD. Stupid luck, dumb brain, goofy loofy, floofoo lala, dude. Good for some things. Good especially maybe for being a strong part of yourself, like a strongly identified, personified side that could maybe concentrate against the DID and the DPDR and the PTSD. Right now, DPDR, DID, PTSD, insomnia, stress, just like each time I've taken the stimulant and it wore off because I give it the full 6 hours and I like do it very precisely to the levels of the effects. I could have gone to bed. It wasn't that the stimulus keeping me awake or that I was binging and I was like, I could go to bed. I'm not fucking satisfied with myself. I didn't do what I needed to do. I bet I could have done more. Like, I was messing around. I was paying too much attention on much my backer. Like, I wasn't being honest with myself. Like, no. It's just too big of a project. And I can't save my dog. I could have. That bitch didn't fuck it up, but she did. So that's it. And that's what it is now. It's all that it will ever end up amounting to be. Unless I can live and make the plan work. Because I'll have time. But just because I accept I can bring him back with the plan, so I have time to enjoy with him, and I can accept that I won't be able to make it in time to let him go, but I can get him and make sure he's okay. Come back for you. Fine. I need to start ketamine again. Oh, yeah, I need to use lesser meds. I have to some effect. Oh, damn. I don't think I'm going to make it, though. Genuinely, so I can't get my plan out. And I have to die with no caring and no redemption. And I really have a solution to save fucking everyone and everything. And just because they're all lined up just goddamn wrong, I can get it out there. Maybe I still can. But this little nothing. Tyler Cordero. I need to see if he's hacking me. Decide if I actually dox him hardcore in return. If I did, that would be a horrible, literal, like, I don't even mean religiously theistic. It would be a literal sin, dude, if I'm paranoid. Because of the weed and the amphetamine and the stress all together. It's just too much. Okay, so, like, not gonna work. But if he's hacking me, which it's inexplicable that he isn't. I want to even think for a second. I will use whatever means necessary to do away with him as the pest and invasive ant species that he is. He just needs to get out of here. He just needs to get the fuck out of here. He needs to leave. It's like a very serious, strong warning. Freaking me out. Either way, it's not alright. Something's amiss. Something's wrong. Something is askew. I have some serious opposition. And there's a spiritual realm. There's like a future. I don't know what's going on, man, but maybe I need to listen to Havel Nightmare, smoke a little bit. I would allow myself the permission to have one of each, all meds just as normal, and then just regularize, eat a bunch, sleep, try and like get as comfortable as I possibly can in my spine in my death, and try to get some final thing, and try to call Tyler Codero, Codideiro. Yes, I need to call him. I need to call Josh. I need to see if they fuck things up. It's 11:11 when I said that. Yeah, it's time. Time to put on some songs. The edits I was talking about. Anything else? Anything else? I might die if I took a Dexedrine and slept. It just might be that I'm on the verge, but I thought that every one of the 25 times, but I was getting closer and closer till I really will be one day. I can't live in a world where I can't say Barian put out my plan and it's this unfair and it's raping me. Fucking Barian noon. Now, if that had happened to me, I would not be incarcerated for it. I would be in the same place that he was. And I really regret it. That's what I forgot to say. I really regret that. For her sake and mine, I never got to get that guy. How dare he touch her against her will, and I never could, and she offered and wanted that. But I was too scared. I didn't even miss it. Fucking deserve to be in her place. Maybe that's what would happen. Anyway, I'm in hell. I'm in so much pain. Trauma, yes. Such a ghost, dude. Is that a demon? Are you good? I think I'm good. Bro had to ask himself. Okay. Bro did this, bro did that. Bro lost all his friends. Bro like was crashing an existential timeline with a horse fucking outcome. Why? Alright, well I basically told the truth, I guess. I think I was like the truth. The reason I would do all that stuff is, yeah, ADHD, useless, stupid, dumb brain, you should end everything is what it was telling me. Because I couldn't save my dog bear. And also to harm your brain without you leaving SH, like the acronym for like what people will do to themselves on occasions. That her said deep down on a level where, well, at least for me, I'll speak for me, I was like, yeah, this brain is the brain that didn't. Even though I'm purely like kind of like low key, like on some less timing. At that point in time, it's still like I could have like at least like just really low key. So I was like, fuck this brain. And I love her, and it sucks. I can't get any girls to notice me. I can't believe my house will go talk to. All I need to do is get severely traumatized. And then realize I could do what I've been doing the whole time, which is use drugs to alterate and moderate my mood. Just on top of the highly unpredictable, overwhelming amount of psyche. I just want to have my overwhelming psyche back, dude. Fuck. That's what I'm really missing. Can't take Dexedrine morning. Have it last. Because I'll have a morning shift, breakfast, DoorDash shift. and then I'll have a evening dinner, nighttime shift. Well, it's nighttime at this point in here. So I'll need 2 doses. I have to ask him for an hour booster anyway. So either it's ruined, I'll have to use double, and he'll send some, and I'll actually be okay again for a while if I need them. But I have, this is all the important stuff. Disregarding that fact that I have to accept, I might just like stoically have to accept. Like, just take it, like, really, like, oh man, for the team, dude, just suck it up, dude. Suck the fuck up out of that one. That I have to lose Bear, me, and my fucking plan, and my ideas, and everyone, and the whole universe dies in the worst way possible, unless God's, like, real and benevolent, and those 2 specific things, you know? Like, omni everything, you know, all the necessary omnis. That is good, that is Gucci, it's chilling, but I mean, it's like I didn't do enough, you know? That was true before I died, so I had a dream about that. Maybe it'll, I don't know when it is, man. At this point, I don't know, but I know I need to just slow down. Maybe not hyper focus on things, figure out why it's affecting me differently, see if it's a batch thing, see if it's a health issue. Like, I need to be able to eat, like, fully healthy first. Regulating my behavior might be easier. I think because it's also not as outright rewarding to the synapses right away. Ritalin and stuff like that. So I'll see if I can find a way to make my body handle that. Modafinil will probably trigger my histamine. Well, Buterin will probably poke me in the temporary psychopath cannibal monster. So that's not good. I gotta get out of here. But basically, 500 hours of constant grinding on a goal. I mean, if I take the 3 Dexter and I somehow got it done in 18 hours, I don't have that in me. I'll die, in my opinion. And even if it'd be better to stick around and slowly work on goals in an unorganized manner and just start taking edibles and hope my lungs heal and then have the stimulants when I need them and if I can work and all that stuff. Like, the priority should be medical non-death. Anything working towards death or pain or mental dysfunction to the point of ultimate chop suey. Hold on. Which is what it was for me to be so useless and unmedicated on my pills that I would let down Bear, that even until last month, because I considered it even in November, I was like, dang, I can't go unmedicated, dude. Bear is counting on me. I haven't done anything to help him. I tried it. I made the plays I could with what was left and everything, man. I couldn't get myself. I couldn't get the plan. I couldn't get any of it. So and I really did put a lot of effort in the plan. So had I succeeded without all the caveats and all the fucking things that happened and got in the way for me, I wouldn't let anything get in the way for that boy. I love him so much, dude. If I'm dying tonight and I'm done for him, that's good. That's why I want to finish the plan, kind of. The more I do, the more likely I'll never see him. So I can always finish later. Because that works for that, but I could be gone and then he'd never be saved. I'm not gonna add any missing contacts. The people who will get the words will get the words. And if humanity deserves it, they deserve it, dude. There's no way there's not some God out there, bro. It just simply couldn't be. Yeah, the universe has spoken to me, either I'm being highly controlled by some high-level mastermind manipulating creature entity of some kind. And at that point, it's so far beyond typical human level that it's like, or it's the most insidious kind of human, like, possible. I mean, like, evil insidious, and also, like, sneaky, completely deft, masterful. And it might be a mixture of all at both. Is that Higginbotham, the song by Araf? That would surely not be very Sigma or chill if someone played that other tone in the speakers in the background. Almost as though they were asking for a visit to Rhode Island soon. I'm calling your ass. Alrighty. Well, we have an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to screenshot right now. I'm going to listen to that music. What was the music? The music was that. I need to call them. I need to... What was the song? What was the song, dude? Fuck. No. I guess... I'll try to go live. Oh, play some music. Call of my night. Call because it's my night, dude. What? I'll figure out whatever it is. I just need to start taking slow, long pieces of time as though they're days and somehow remember that I can be reincarnated into a singular fragment instead of pieces scattered out over the kingdom, all trying to still hold each other. I guess somehow it's doing it like a PTSD would you do with all this shit. I'm like, nah. I also have a specific girl to call and at least let her know my bad. My fault for being lame. That shit. But yeah, now I'm seeing the night. I gotta check back at 1 hour 5 minute mark. My family was there for me in the end. I always knew they loved me. It's just they were in the situation that I was to some extent, you know. The world's changing. It's like really is preparing for a very, very strange kind of upheaval. Maybe I don't even want to be here for it.